Here we go.
It's Sunday, February 25th, and we're down here at Stonewall, Oklahoma at Shiloh Ranch for the 6th annual Addiction Archery Hog Hunt. And I'm right here on the property line, and the neighbors over here playing music, so hopefully them pigs are used to it. But he's jamming out right now. So our hunt officially starts tomorrow. And what we typically do is when we get down here Sunday, we'll figure out where we're going, and then go out and, hang our sticks and platform, get our sets ready so that we can, start Monday morning. But we talked to the owner, and he was fine with us hunting tonight. And so, nothing like a trial run the first night out. I'm not really planning on shooting anything tonight. We got 3 full days to hunt. And I'm not in any hurry right now, so. I got a deer coming in underneath me. It's Tuesday, day 2. Saw a lot of pigs yesterday. No shot opportunities. From like 5 o'clock last night on, there was a pretty steady string of them. Skirting about 50 yards out. Every so often they'd scooch into 30, but still no shot opportunities. So I'm back in the same spot I've been in the past day and a half. And the wind's still out of the south. It's a little bit windier today, a little bit cooler. And depending on how this morning goes, I might pull my sticks and platform. There's a pond back here just south of me that they've been hitting pretty hard, and that's what I've noticed. They've been going from that pond and then skirting about 50 yards out here to the east and then on up north. And so, depending on how this morning goes, I might pull and try to set on that trail that they're using to get to and from that pond. Pops got him a nice boar last night. I think it was 172 pounds. He swears he thought it was a sow because I guess there was an even bigger boar that would put that one to shame in that sounder, so there's some big ones in here.
Okay, so that's the tree I was in, about 21 yards out. And so I've noticed they really don't like committing and coming into the clearing where the feeder is until after dark. The smaller ones will, the bigger ones just won't come in at all. And last night, none of them came in. So I've been noticing a steady string of pigs moving from the pond, working their way north. They might hang up here 30 to 50 yards out and root around for a bit before continuing on. So I walked down to the pond first. I didn't see anything I wanted to sit in. And so I figured, well, I'll just move out 20 yards or so. Then I can kind of work the same wind. And when they hang up in here and start rooting around, I might get a shot opportunity. So I'm going to sit here tonight in this new tree and tomorrow morning. And then the wind's supposed to switch tomorrow and be out of the north. So after tomorrow morning sit, I will more than likely pull my sticks and platform again, and then do the same thing kind of on the south side of the clearing. So we'll see.
Alright, back out for the evening sit. Wind's really picked up. It's been cloudy and overcast all day. It was supposed to get like in the mid 80s, but it's hanging in the 70s, so I'm not going to complain. I threw a bunch of corn out in these leaves to give them kind of a reason to spend some time rooting around. And say what you want to about throwing corn out. I'm not trying to bait deer. I'm not trying to bait in a 200-inch ponytail. There's a squall. We're talking about a nuisance feral critter that just needs to be controlled, so we do what we can. These hogs, if they do what they've done the last 2 nights, we ought to be able to get it done tonight. Fingers crossed. Last night they wouldn't touch it, they wouldn't come in, they hung up and they would not give me a shot. And I was so mad because they came into the feed and we're not doing what they've done the last 2 nights. But a couple had come through. And I should have waited for a more broadside, more quartering away shot. Slightly quartering too. From what I could tell, because I looked back at the footage on my phone and zoomed in and like tried to pause, it felt like a good shot. The only thing that scares me is they're pigs and they're so freaking tough. So I didn't hear them drop. They ran and then it looked like they kind of run out of steam. And I can see the sounder has circled back around and they're up here at the road. So I'm going to calm down and I'm going to give it just a little bit of time. I'm going to get down. Start going that direction. And if I can't find any blood or anything, they took my arrow. So if I can't find any blood or anything, which I doubt I will, then I'm going to go back up to the road. And it looks like they've milled about here and then they cut back to the east. So it looked like a good hit. If it was a deer, I wouldn't question it. It would be, awesome. But they're hogs and they're tough critters, so thank you, Lord, for at least giving me an opportunity. So, pray that we find this rascal. That'll do.
Okay, I knew I felt good about that shot. I mean, maybe if it was a little bit lower, he would have bled out a little bit more. That's the tough thing about these pigs. If you get a high double lung, their chest cavity just fills up with blood and they just don't bleed. But we got it done. Broke in that RX-8 Ultra. We got some skinning to do.
How far did yours go?
About 120 yards.
Heck yeah. Awesome. That's a good one too, man.
It's the biggest one that I've killed. Yeah. It ain't gonna be no 195.
Sweet.
Wednesday evening, like I mentioned before, I pulled my sticks and platform after this morning, and I found this spot here just south of the clearing. So like I said, they about 30 to 50 yards outside of the clearing, they'll be running either north and south, or there's this pond right here just to the southeast of this clearing. They'll be coming from it, and they'll hook around to kind of where I'm at right now before turning north and going into that clearing where that food is. And they'll usually hold up in here for a little bit, so I should be in a good spot to intercept them if the wind does what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be out of the northeast, but it swirled a little bit today, so we'll see what happens. Not looking for anything crazy. I'd like a 70 to 100 pound pig. There's one tagged hog still out and about too, so that's the money pig. Shoot that and you win the money in the pot, and that pig's free, so I'm good with either of those two options right now. I really just want to add a few more brats and breakfast sausage to the freezer. Myself because they were working the feed over, but they were also working the area over where I was this morning. And I thought, man, why'd you move? Why'd you move? But I know that if I'd have been there, they'd have been right in my wind and they would have boogied. So I tried to stay patient. They were working this feed over and they were just starting to come in my way. And that smaller red one, he as soon as he kind of turned, I took the shot. And like I said before, you know, they're really tough critters, and you can make it a great shot and still have them go a couple hundred yards. I feel good about the shot. I tried to look at the video, and just with this lighting, I couldn't quite tell, you know, where exactly. I mean, it felt good, and my arrow's laying there, so I'm gonna get down and go take a look at that and see if it gives me some more information. Like I said, I feel good, but I'm not gonna count it as a victory just yet. So I hope I didn't just gut shoot this pig, but that's kind of what it looks like. Not an ideal scenario. Well, I do have some blood, and that's about as far as my trail has gone, and it kind of peters out. So we got help coming, and Hopefully we find this rascal soon. Well, Orrin, the guide, and the guys came out, and Dad even came out with his thermal and helped me blood trail it. Went quite a ways, just dropping a little bit of blood. So I made a bad shot, and I don't think I'm going to find this pig. So that sucks, and I wish it were different. But honestly, I think I rushed the shot. I took the opportunity I had after watching him for so dang long, and I just, you know what, I just didn't control the shot like I should have. So I'm tearing down all my stuff now, and gonna hike it back into camp and see what everyone else has got.